Welcome back to Best Prestige. We're going to be talking about the Milwaukee Bucks. Strange, but unfortunate situation that they got on their hands. I mean, they are SOL for people who knows what that means. They are just straight up being real. They're just bad right now. And I say that for their standards, but in a open, some people would say open or weak or weaker than Western Conference, a open Eastern Conference. The Bucks currently are in 11th place. If you would have told me that a couple of years ago, I would have thought you would be lying. I think like Giannis would have been injured the whole season, and it's just the team is not doing as good because of Giannis. No, they have Giannis. They have all their players this year. They just suck. Like, there's no other way of saying it. They're just bad this season. They have everyone. Really, not too much players have been injured, usually. They're on a 2-game losing streak right now. Currently 18 and 26. And the Hornets is 1.5 game back from them currently. And if the Hornets goes over the Bucks and the Bucks shift to 12, they will be in a group with Brooklyn, Indiana, and the Wizards. I can't believe I just said that they're in a group, or they could be in a group with the Nets, Pacers, Wizards. The worst teams in the NBA, they're very close to. Like, that doesn't even wrap around my brain right now. I mean, they got to change something. They don't have much options to do right now. The media, ESPN, all the media outlets, they would say trade Giannis, trade Giannis, trade Giannis, and I do agree with them. Also, a side of me is saying to myself, nah, you can keep Giannis for a couple more years. Like a Steph Curry, where he stays in Golden State for his whole career. Maybe he could be in the Bucks for his whole career, right? This is back in like the 90s, 80s, 70s, old days, right? That's just not. You can't just do that anymore, though. Modern day, you can't because Curry is another breed on his own. Like Giannis, he won a championship, right? But he never really had a dynasty. You know, he had a dynasty for like, if you want to say like a little one, for like a year or two with 2020, 2021. But Warriors, they had a full-on dynasty from 2015 to 2022, right? So that spanned much longer, and Curry has done a lot, right? So, but still, Giannis means a lot to his organization, to the city, and to the state of Wisconsin. He did a lot with that team, and people will say like, just leave the team, just leave the team. It's easy, right? It's a business. But he went to Milwaukee first. Milwaukee wanted Giannis from Greece. They gave him a home in the States and taught him everything he knew when he came over, right? So and he's been there like 12 years, 13 years. So you're gonna tell a guy to leave his home in Milwaukee or around Milwaukee, wherever it is, leave everyone he always knew since coming to the States, right? You're gonna tell him just an easy leave? Just leave easy, right? Pack your bags? No, that part I don't understand. I get the business, right? And money, right? Money, if you stay, you're not gonna get no draft picks. Okay, that's fine, right? But this man literally gave you a championship since 1970, 60, right? So that the human element I can understand the business element. I do understand too, but you know, like he even said he's taking it day by day. I probably would be doing the same. I know I can get the uncertainty in that with other players and fans and management, but he can do that because he gave your organization, the city, and the state everything, basketball wise, right? NBA wise. He gave him everything. Now give this man some time. Alright? It's not an easy decision. I don't like these media outlets always saying like, oh, it's easy, it's easy. No, it's not easy. Give this man some time, right? But again, Bucks is really bad right now, relatively to the NBA standards. They're just not good. Honestly, if I was them, um, I I'm not. I don't care. Me. I don't care. I'm not giving away my star, my franchise player for 12 years. Sorry, I'm not doing that. Me personally. Um. So for Bucks salary, payroll, I'm just gonna go over a little real quick. So Giannis has like 3 years, getting over 50 million. Miles Turner, 4 years, getting 25-ish million. Kuzma, 22 million. Portis has a good contract, 2 years ish, with like 15 million. I like that contract. They better keep Bobby Portis. Um, and then everyone else is like 5 million under, which is good. I mean, they don't have no money this year, and they still have the Damian Lillard contract, which is 54 million this year. But after this year, the Portland Trailblazers, they're going to be picking up the rest of his massive contract next year and beyond. So for next year, they would have around 30 or 20 to 40 million that they can use on people. But I think they would probably extend like Ryan Rollins and probably that honestly that would be the only person I would extend. Everyone else, I will see if I can get a trade for probably some draft picks. Just one per person. I don't really care if it's a second round pick because this NBA draft. I made a video about that a couple weeks ago, but this NBA draft coming up is supposed to be the best, one of the best in recent years, and I would say capitalize on that. Um, before the trade deadline, trade a lot of these role players for hopefully some draft picks. If any draft pick you can get, second round picks. Um, you know, try to get a bunch of second round picks. They probably can't get a lot, and just get at least one. They do not own their draft picks until 2029. So for 3 years, they don't own a single draft pick. Well, from Bucks, they have pick swap next year, but they probably won't get that. So they need to get some type of draft picks at least for next year, and then they can only focus for next year, and then whatever those draft picks that they do get, those young guys, try to develop them. I mean, they're not going to be as talented as AJ Dubantsta, Derek Peterson, Caden Boozer, or Cameron Boozer, but just get some type of young talent because all of these players on this roster is like 25 years and older. The only good young guy on here is Ryan Rollins. Everyone else is like 30, or, so it's not a good look for them. But they definitely gotta make a decision. That's what everyone's been saying. You gotta make a decision. You can't just lay back, just wait it out, because either Giannis is gonna get screwed or the team's gonna get screwed, and then the fans gonna get mad, right? They gotta do something. They can't just be staying back, waiting for something to happen. They gotta do something. And I'm talking about the management. Honestly, I never liked Doc Rivers. I understand he's a good coach, but get another coach in there. Get a younger coach. Honestly, get a coach with development. Doc Rivers is mainly on giving a team to the playoffs, right, and then sustaining the playoff group to go far in there. But honestly, I think this team needs a more development kind of coach. I feel like that would be best for him. Again, they still have Giannis, but I still think Giannis, even though he's frustrated, I could bet that he still wants to stay there and wait it out and finish his career as a Milwaukee Buck. I can see that. Hopefully, I love loyalty in the NBA, but again, I get it's business. But the Bucks is probably going to try to move Giannis. If they can't find anything, then they'll move him at the end of the year. But hopefully they'll keep him and they'll figure out some way on how to get assets. Hopefully. So, alright guys, that's the video. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you want to see more, please make sure you subscribe, and you can also comment down in the video, see what kind of video you want to see on a certain player, a team, or a concept of the NBA to get more of a deep dive in. And then if you guys comment that, then I'll make a video on that. Too easy, right? Alright guys, thank you for watching, especially if you watched till the end of the video, and peace.